Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing New.
Welcome to another edition of the Q&A series with the IBFP. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And we start with Axel Nahara. And he states, talk about how these black and white fighters are being protected. Tell it how it is. We all know this. Now, I do agree that there's a lot of different fighters that are being protected, even Latinos. When you look at it, you see Jaime Munguia is one of the most protected fighters in boxing. Jaime Munguia, he was in discussions for Danny Jacobs, never happened. He was in discussions for Jermall Charlo, never happened. He was in discussion for John Ryder, never happened. And now he's supposedly in discussions with Triple G and Dimitri Bivol. He's always in discussions with big names and always turns around fighting a cherry pick. This is one of the most protected fighters there is in boxing today, and it's disgusting. You also see another protected fighter is Gervonta Stank Davis. This guy, literally 99.9% of his resume is all cherry picks, being protected and ducking guys like Lomachenko and all of the true killers at 35 and 40. We see that with Tank Davis. We understand that. I mean, the guy was calling out Josh Taylor at 140, but then turned around and fought Mario Barrios. So we understand that Tank Davis is a protected fighter who loves to cherry pick. And now with Ryan Garcia, this man has added a 10-pound rehydration clause as well as a 136-pound catch weight because he's a coochie. Look, let's keep it going. You also have another protected fighter, and that fighter is Jermall Charlo. This guy's being protected by the WBC. They've given this man almost 2 years for personal issues to not strip him. That's absolutely garbage truck juice. Look, let's get to the next one. Jonathan Mudai, he states, according to you, what was the best fight of the quarter of the year so far? So what was the best fight of the year so far? I'm assuming that's what he's saying. So when I look at it, there's two fights that stand out to me that I really enjoyed. The first one was Tszyu and Tony Harrison. I think that fight was excellent because I've heard nothing but fanboys, haters, and trolls say Tszyu is trash. He can't do anything, and he has no way to stop Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison would bomb on him, explode him, make him look bad, destroy him. And then after the fight, after Tszyu sends this man to hell brutally, everybody's saying Tony Harrison is not the same, making excuses not to give Tszyu his credit. That was an excellent fight, and I think it was so excellent because it revealed that Tszyu really is a much better fight than all of these people said he was, and now they have to give the man their credit, even though they were hating. The second fight of the year that I like so far is the David Benavidez-Caleb Plant fight. The reason why I like that fight is because it told us a lot about both fighters. I mean, think about it like this. It told us that Caleb Plant is an excellent tactician, excellent boxer, and he was literally boxing up David Benavidez. I mean, in the first 6 rounds, he could have easily been 5-1. Easily. He was dominating the first half of the fight. The second half of the fight, he wore down like he always does, and David Benavidez just pummeled him. But it also showed us that David Benavidez is not the monster he projects to be. You remember, he said he was going to break his jaw by the 6th round. Never happened. The guy went the distance, but we also know his boxing ability is lackluster. But we also know that he is a big and dangerous fighter that beat on Caleb Plant for a good portion of the fight. So that fight told us a lot about both guys, and I think it was a great fight. Look, let's keep it going. The next one comes from Raids, and he says, what's your thoughts on a potential Josh Taylor versus Teofimo fight? Now, I think that's an interesting fight because it's a crossroads fight to me. Whoever wins this fight elevates and keeps going, getting bigger fights and moving towards a more positive part of their career, showing that they're not done as a fighter. The guy who loses this fight is typically going to be the guy that's going to fall off, that has lost a step and is just not as good anymore. You've seen Bob Arum is looking to cash out one of these fighters. He stated, and I quote, I don't know what Teofimo has anymore, and I don't know what Josh Taylor has anymore. Both of these guys have come off ugly performances. I mean, most people felt like Teofimo lost to Sandor Martin, and he lost to Kambosos. And then when you see a guy like Josh Taylor, a lot of people felt like he lost to Jack Catterall. So at the end of the day, we need to see which one of these guys only had a down fight or two, or which one of these guys is really still legit. This fight is a crossroads fight for both of these fighters. But let's keep it going. AJ Morningstar, salute to you, family. He states, do you think Tyson Fury ducked Oleksandr Usyk? I absolutely do. I think Tyson Fury had a chance for greatness to make undisputed, and all he did is run his big, fat-ass, stupid mouth. All he did was avoid the fight, avoid the smoke, when Usyk has shown you time and time again that this guy is free smoke, willing to fight anybody, anytime, any place, anywhere. I've never seen Usyk run from a fight. Tyson Fury absolutely ducked this fight in the same way that he was ducking Anthony Joshua when he had the belt, simply talking around the fight instead of actually making it. Because men lie, women lie, but the facts don't lie.